it is time to now do the front. Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Senate Steve. If you didn't see yesterday's video, we went ahead and rebuilt the rear Dana 35 and put under this thing. We also welded it, so this thing is now welded in the rear, and now it is time to move on up here to the front. So if you guys don't know, this is a Power Tracks, they call it a lunchbox locker, and it's actually going to go inside our center unit here. So first thing I have to do is go ahead and pull the axles out and everything. We're going to pull the cover off too and let that drain while we pull the axles. But while we're doing this, also this axle that we're putting in has a bad U-joint. So we're going to go ahead and toss in a good U-joint for this. And I was going to actually put that U-joint in here, but we've abused those U-joints. So I think I'm just going to go buy a new U-joint, press it in real quick while it's out, put the shaft back in, and then those will just be our spare. So without further ado, I know it's a little bit windy out here today, so I'm going to apologize for that. I'll try to talk as little as possible and get as much done as possible on camera. But without further ado, let me get a drain pan here, get this front cover off, get our axles out of it, and start assembling our lunchbox locker. As you can tell here, we went ahead and obviously disconnected the ball joint upper and lower, and then you had to take the 3 wheel bearing bolts out. This is obviously seized, but it's super windy out, guys, so I'm trying to record mainly the lunchbox install, but I wanted to go ahead and show you. Obviously, you pull the hub out, you got to pull the bearing out here first, and then it'll notch down, and then you can take basically everything off. Same as like this side here. So once you get the hub out on this side, then you can go ahead and slide your axle to come out, and then your hub will actually come out of place too. Kind of hard to do with one hand. Stand by. There, now you get your hub out of the way. Like so. There's your axle, there's your sloppy U-joint. We'll get a new U-joint tossed in this axle here. It is a little more beat up than I'd really like. As you can tell, like it's been bad for a while. You can see it's been kind of beaten around, but I think I'm just gonna throw a U-joint in this rather than go through all the headache of pulling the other one out of this one. So let's just get a new U-joint, and now we'll pull the carrier out too. So plug and chug. I am plugging and chugging here. I completely forgot to start recording once I got the pinion out of here. Basically, there's 2 cat bolts on each side, cat bolt, cat bolt. Definitely leave your bearings on the sides that they go back in, obviously. And the shims are super important. Hold on, let me turn on my copyright. All right, so these are actually inside here. So you'll go ahead and turn these will come out. You can see there is actually a shim on the bottom side there. I should probably throw a rag down here, but I'm just trying to get this done because the kids want to go 4-wheeling in the morning. So then these are going to come out here, as you can see. I literally got to this point and then I realized I wasn't recording anymore. That's okay to fall down. So that will come out this way. You can see there is a shim on the top here that you are going to reuse. So the shim on the top of this gear, you are going to reuse. I repeat, you are going to reuse. And that is going to actually go back on the gear that you'll see me install here in a second. The other thing is I marked where I took it off, so you can see there's a white mark here. There's a white mark here, so I have it marked. That way I know which way to put it back. I don't think it actually matters much, but it definitely is going back together the way I took it apart. You can see this one didn't have a shim on it, but it is because it is stuck up here. So make sure you don't lose that shim. Make sure it stays there, because this kit basically just goes right back in place of the factory unit. I am going to check it for tolerances. I'm not really sure what they are right now. It does have the tolerance menu in here, or owner's manual, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, owner's manual. So it does have that in there. I'm going to check everything probably, and then get this thing tossed back together. So without further ado, let me just keep plugging and chugging here. And again, sorry about any wind noise. Everything in here looks pretty good. I'm not going to worry about anything. All right, as you can tell, I got all the other ones in a while, but I was showing you this last one here. I hope I can. So basically, you put the pin in the one end, and then the spring is going to slide up, and then it will click into place. See if you can hear it. I gotta push it with a screwdriver here. There you go, it clicks right into place. So then we're good to go. So all of these springs are in, all the lock pins are in, the teeth are in, our measurements are done. This thing is ready to rock, ready to roll. So the last thing I gotta do is go ahead and put the through pin in, and then that will go ahead and seal the deal for this. So let me go ahead and get this thing back reinstalled in the Jeep, or in the axle here. Then we're gonna paint it all up and get it underneath the Jeep. Now this is super exciting, and of course the wind's gonna pick up again, but we have got our lunchbox locker in here. Now all I have to do is put the end caps on here, as you can tell, and get those torqued, and then we gotta go ahead and add some fluid and get this thing installed. I am freaking excited. This seriously takes this Jeep to an entirely new level, and I mean, I'm probably gonna laugh at so many people that a pink and purple Jeep's out wheeling them, but our locker is in. We are locked front and rear. Let's get this thing back together. Stopping the video right here to say smile. Everybody go down in the comment section and say smile. Alrighty guys and girls, well, it is still windy here. I thought I would wait a day and come back out and it would be good, so I'm gonna actually jump in the truck here real quick. But I just wanted to go ahead and said that obviously we've got this thing back together. Again, I super apologize about the wind noise. This is actually 2 days later. It's still super windy here. If you didn't check out our off-road video yesterday, definitely check that. Let's jump in the Jeep here. But we've got the axle all together. I did actually order a new U-joint. I picked that up. Let's go in the Jeep. Alrighty guys, now that we are actually in the Jeep, I hope you guys can hear me a lot better, and I hope the wind noise is actually not blowing back in the window into this microphone here. But I wanted to go ahead and say that we are not tossing this in right now because Friday I actually spoke with Rough Country. This is actually Sunday after the four-wheeling with the F450, which did amazing. If you didn't see that video, go check that out. But I went ahead and talked to Rough Country. We're gonna actually do this thing upright. I actually want to put this thing on a 37-inch tall tire. So I went ahead and ordered a 456 gear re-gear kit, which will give me all the seals, everything like that. I also ordered chromoly axles for this thing. So the rears and that we took out of this thing are actually going to completely build up. I'm freaking excited about that. They will get tossed back under this thing probably in a month or two. I'm not going to kind of rush that together. I want to build that and build it right and make sure everything's kind of working. Plus I want to enjoy this setup a little bit, you know, with stock gears and, you know, just lockers, and just kind of take it as far as it goes. So when all that happens, I will then put a lunchbox locker in the rear. I'm not going to keep the welded rear in this thing in case, well, mainly because a bunch of you guys were concerned that if I break a rear axle that I won't be able to get the axle out, and you guys are right. I will end up, you know, not being able to get the axle out, but that wasn't really a concern of mine. I just kind of tossed it in here and just sort of decided to have some fun with it the way it is. Yes, I could have probably left one of the sides unwelded, but for strength, I just had them welded up and just kind of sent it. So hope you guys understand that. So the things that are coming: chromoly axles, 456 gears so we can take a 37-inch tall tire, bump stop, rear axle or rear spring relocate kit, to kind of get our articulation angles in the rear where we need them to be. So we got some big things coming for this XJ. Never in a million years did I think it was going to be the way that it is right now. I thought 100% sure it was just going to be the lift, wheels, and tires, and we were just going to go out there and have some fun with it. However, Rough Country and I were working together and just building this thing into an insane off-road machine. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys appreciate the grind. I hope you guys understand that, you know, I'm out here. I took February off. I'm back here grinding, getting videos out to you guys, which you guys seem to enjoy for the most part. Yes, I still got my haters, but that is what it is. I also want to go ahead and appreciate the guys that actually stand behind me and support me 100%. I know I focus a lot on the haters. A lot of YouTubers do, but I appreciate each and every one of you that say positive things in the comments. Every single one. I see you guys. I'm sorry I don't, you know, acknowledge you guys more often. I'm going to try to do that, you know, here rolling forward, to acknowledge the positivity. The haters, I'm just going to start ignoring and moving on. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys appreciate the content coming out to you guys. If you could, comment, like, subscribe. And well, with that being said, we're going to end the video here. I'm going to put in some clips of this thing just playing around in the grass over here. And we actually drove up on the 40-inch tall F350 tire with just a rear locker. The front is still open diff right now. As you see this, it's probably in the axle's probably under it by now. But when I did the video and I shot it, it was still open diff up front because I didn't actually think it was going to be enough to crawl up that tire, but it did, and it did it amazingly. So that's going to end the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you in the next one.